We will have our moderator this evening, one of our fraternity brothers, Keith, called Skip Fox. And I'm going to let him take over from this point. Thank you.
All right, first of all, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you again for coming out tonight, and we hope we have some really, really good conversation tonight. To echo Mark, there's nothing like Central Louisiana politics. So we hope you get a chance to hear what your candidates have to say, and remember to go out and vote, because that is what to go over the format. We're going to really adhere to a very strict format tonight, since we have 3 races that we're going to cover tonight. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for your opening remarks. 2 minutes. After which, each panelist will have an opportunity to question each one of the candidates. Each candidate will have a 1 minute response to the time. And after which, after every panelist have had a chance to question each one of the candidates, I will allow each candidate to have 2 minutes for their closing remarks. And we will adhere to a very strict format tonight. To introduce you to our panelists, beginning to my extreme left, we have Ms. LaTonya Charles with Bayou Mental Health. Ms. Charles. In the middle, we have Ms. Cindy Cespedes with CAC Marketing. And we have Ms. Salida McCall with KAYTES. With that being said, we will begin. At this time, we will begin with our 2-minute opening remarks, and we'll begin with Mr. Rocco. You have 2 minutes.
My name is Nicholas Ryan Parker Wright. I'm a Republican. I am a veteran on 2 tours, 2005, 2007, 2008. I have a Purple Heart. I'm related to 34 presidents. I'm particularly proud of my descent from the Hennings County, Virginia. I'm a member of the Louisiana Indian Heritage Association. I am for Royal Houses and Bloodline Legacy. Abraham Lincoln once said, "You can fool all the people some of the time and some of the people all the time. You cannot fool all the people all the time." A man by the name of Mesmer, way back in the 18th century, was one of the first practitioners, if not the discoverer, of this. At any rate, he put it on a more or less scientific basis. By the 20th century, quite a bit had been learned about it, and it became extensively used in medicine. 100 years later, doctors were treating almost as many patients with hypnotism as with drugs and surgery. True, there were cases of misuse, but there were relatively few. But another 100 years brought a big change. Mesmerism has developed too far from public safety. Any criminal or selfish politician who has a smattering of art could operate with impunity. He could fool all the people all the time and get away with it. Not only that, he could make them do anything he wanted. I'm not trying to mesmerize you to vote for me, but it doesn't hurt, does it? I think this is my purpose.
We don't have a mic. It's at another location, so speak up.
Mr. Hall, you have 2 minutes.
Sure. Good evening. My name is Jeffrey Hall, referred to sometimes as Jeff Hall, and in this part of the neighborhood referred to as many other things, but we won't go into that right now. But I am Jeff Hall, candidate for mayor of Alexandria. I'm recently retired from the corporation, local corporation, Clico Corporation, 32 years. I also have 7 years of working in accounting, internal auditing for the city of Alexandria, as well as the police jury, and about a year with Central Louisiana Legal Services. I am a candidate because I think I can make a significant improvement to the community that's recognized as Alexandria, but not just the Alexandria community, but the entire community. I'm a person that's easy to get along with, the experience that I possess as it relates to leadership, management, and programs, large programs and projects. I think that brings that's an attribute for the city of Alexandria. There are a lot of other things I'd like to share with you. I'll share with you as we go through this particular process. But just remember, I want you to remember that I'm a local person that chose to come back and work and live there. I am there because I think I can bring some value and something extra value to the entire community of Alexandria. Thank you.
Mr. Gale, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you for the remarks. Good evening, everybody. I'm Major Jamar Gales, and I'm fraternity known as the Dollar Domain that by way of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And thank you for having the vision to be on the forefront of offering the opportunity for citizens to come out and be informed. I would submit to you that information flow is critical to the decision-making process. In addition, that information will allow you to see that this election is really about three things. The first thing is business as usual. The second thing is more of the same. And the second, and lastly, it's a whole new beginning. I would submit to you that as a candidate for mayor, I will push the button hard for a whole new beginning here in Alexandria. That new beginning will simply be illustrated and exercised through my 5-point plan called BRAND, Better Revitalize Alexandria's National Disposition. How does the state really view Alexandria? How's the nation really view Alexandria? I will submit to you that right now, it's not favorable, or it's not as favorable as one would want you to believe and stuff. So at the end of the day, I think that I present the skill set, the wisdom, the determination, the structure, discipline from 25 years in government service that will offer our citizens and the city the best chance to start in the beginning. I'm sure as the questions go on that you will hear more about the 5-point plan called BRAND here in the next moments to come. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Gibson-Lasalle, candidate for the mayor of Alexandria. I humbly, first of all, ask you for your support. I humbly ask you that you do your best effort to make sure that everyone gets out to vote during this election season. This is a very big and critical time for the city of Alexandria. This is a time when we can truly, and so I ask you again that you humbly support me as your next mayor, but that you also make sure that each and every person that is registered to vote, that they get out there and they vote. I am currently the representative for District 2 on the Alexandria City Council. My experience on the City Council has afforded me an inside look at all of the workings, the inside and the out of city government. It has afforded me the opportunity to travel this state and to also travel nationally, to make connections with other individuals that are doing positive things within our nation and within our state, and some of those things that can take place right here in Alexandria. As your next mayor, I will be accessible. As your next mayor, I will be a visionary. As your next mayor, I will be an individual that you can count on to listen to your views, your vision, to your voice, and make the differences that you want to have here in your community. Again, I am Gibson-Lasalle Gibson. I humbly ask for your support as your next mayor of Alexandria.
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here, and I want to thank all of you for putting this on. These are very helpful in our democracy to help people understand what's happening and give people an opportunity to talk back and forth with candidates, whether they're incumbents or not. And I think that's a critical part of our democracy. I just want to point out that I think in answering the mayor's questions about how we're perceived, I would just ask the folks to look around the city and look at a palpably different and visually different city in many corridors and areas. So more than words, which you can see and visualize and touch, is an important metric for measuring how things are going. In the area of safer neighborhoods and reduced crime, we're 19% down since 2010 and 11% down even from a year ago. Our Safe House program has won the state's top award in the state of Louisiana by the Municipal Association. So there's a measurement of how we're perceived. Our open government that works for the people allows people to ask questions of me without any rehearsing or anything else. Once a week, the media are allowed to do that. We have jumped 2 bond ratings in these 2 terms, and we have near 0 audit findings in each year, improving since I became mayor. And at this point, I have 0 going into our audit right now. Our utility sustainability project, #1 in the state for infrastructure in the large city capital. Our SPARK program has invested millions of dollars in distressed areas of the city. It has produced results that are measurable and can be seen. We are reducing crime along with our great police force and those folks helping to save lives. So I would ask you to look at those things as a measurement of where we are. I think they provide a good benchmark for what's happening. We're doing it everywhere in the city. We'll continue to have common sense, good policy making, and we'll continue to invest in our infrastructure, which is king and which is the most important thing we can do as a city, state, or nation. Thank you.